Okay, we are back. We are going to watch another episode of One Step Beyond. This is season 1, episode 5. It's called 12 Hours to Live. This is from a different download file, so I'm actually able to watch it in my player and see what the title is. But unfortunately, that means that it is a lower quality, so parts of this episode are going to look like absolute trash, and I apologize for that. It's not even my download.
The amazing drama you're about to see is a matter of human record. You may believe it or not, but the real people who lived this story, they believe it. They know. They took that one step beyond.
The Titanic episode was of this download file, and there were portions of it that were just practically you couldn't tell what was happening. But mostly it's only when it's dark.
How many ways are there for human beings to communicate with each other? The kiss, the glance, the word, and there's another, an incredible other, which can happen anytime, any place, to anybody.
I wasn't even thinking of any of those options. I was thinking of writing and reading and sign language.
To anybody.
All you had to do was be nice to him.
Seems to me you were nice enough for both of us.
What
Now,
is
what
that
kind of a
hat?
crack is that?
Oh, come on, kiddo. You knew what you were doing every minute.
Yes, I knew what I was doing.
All right, you don't have to yell. I'm sitting right here beside you.
I was trying to keep you from cutting your own throat. Of course, you're such a successful lawyer. We don't need a $2,000 retainer.
wait a minute.
Oh, no. We don't have any bills to pay. Our closets are bulging
Oh,
with
now
clothes.
shut up.
Is it on backwards? What is that hat?
And that
It's
ridiculous
driving
hat.
me
I mean,
nuts.
it's embarrassing. Looks like you bought it at the dime store. That's it. Yeah, that's just fine. I was wondering when you were going to get around to that.
Well, I think it's a pretty hat.
Oh, isn't that interesting, Mr. Wallace? My, what a fascinating career you've had, Mr. Wallace. And that low-cut dress you insisted on wearing? And what about the way you were dancing with him?
You're just jealous. Jealous of a fat old man. And dumb. Oh, arguing politics with a prospective
Well,
client.
what was I supposed to do? Crawl, yes him to death like you did? Beg him?
I also didn't like the hat, but he's gone way overboard. Her dress looks fine.
For his business? Look, I don't need anybody that bad.
No, of course not. Not a Clarence Darrow like you.
More like this hair, I think. It's in black, I can't see shit.
Thanks a lot for opening the door.
Why don't you yell a little louder than the whole neighborhood can hear you?
Maybe I will.
She needs to leave him.
You're back just about the time you said you'd be. Debbie was just fine, Mrs. Jansen. She went to bed at 8:30 sharp without any fuss at all.
How much do I owe you, Mrs. Ford?
Well, let's see, about 4 hours. That would be $3, I guess. Well, did you have a nice time, Mr. Jansen?
Yes.
I hope you asked me again. You know, I enjoyed it so much, and Debbie's such a nice little girl. Well, good night.
Night.
It's very pretty.
Now, I want to tell you something.
Don't tell me anything.
Despite your rudeness, Mr. Wallace is going to call and have you take on his legal work.
Sure he is. Is that the payoff for your dancing with him all night? What else did he whisper in your ear?
He didn't whisper anything in my ear. Just so happens I knew what he was thinking.
Now we come to the mind-reading bit again. You knew what he was thinking. You knew what he was thinking. You know what I'm thinking. You know what everybody's thinking, and I'm sick of it.
It seems to me you're getting sick of a lot of things.
So she's a clairvoyant?
If you mean watching my wife throwing herself around like a common, low-down cheap.
This is the third episode we've had with psychics.
No, I I'm sorry.
We had the Titanic episode, which was a clairvoyance thing. And then the train. The Titanic, the boat and the train were both. So this is the third in 5 episodes that we're going the psychic route. Noticing a pattern. This guy's an asshole. But it seems like he's about to be in a car accident, which I'm kind of okay with, because he's an asshole.
Not a Clarence Darrow like you. Clarence Darrow.
You're gonna get mad and go drive off all crazy in the rain, you deserve to kill yourself. It was an ugly hat. I didn't have to throw it out and ruin it. Let people have ugly things if they like them.
What's the matter with me?
You're an asshole. It's about to be caught in a mudslide. There's a lot of construction going on upstairs, so I apologize about all the background noise. It's the time of the year they're doing inspections and doing repairs and it's loud. So is he injured or is he just stuck? I can't tell. It does look like he had a bloody nose, so he might have hit his head. Oh yeah, I see he's got a cut. This is another room where I'm just looking and seeing things everywhere. Like, what are these little silhouette painting things on the wall?
Oh my God. Carol.
Well, I'm sorry, Mommy, but you were still asleep and it was getting late, so I thought I'd better make my own breakfast. And look what happened.
It's all right, Debbie. I'll clean it up. Go sit down now.
You're gonna have to hurry because you're gonna be late for school.
Oh, should have gone with cereal. What was she trying to cook?
Where's Daddy? Daddy?
Has he gone already?
Yes, he had to leave very early. Now you hurry up and finish this because you're going to be late.
Did I tell you that Laura got a pink sweater set for her birthday? That isn't until Saturday, but she's going to wear it to school today anyhow. You're not listening.
What, dear?
About Laura and her birthday.
Yes, dear.
Am I going to have a birthday party this year, Mommy?
We'll talk about it later, Debbie.
But it's only 3 months from now. We have to make plans.
Only 3 months. Brent's birthday's only next week.
What are you and Daddy going to get me for my birthday? I can keep a secret.
No, you can't. You're the biggest blabbermouth in town. Now, hurry up and finish your breakfast.
I used to have a percolator like that. Before I drank coffee, I just used it for tea and ramen. Speaking of coffee, I think you broke your teacup.
Well? Oh, it's you, Mr. Wallace.
Things. What are these things?
Oh, of course, I'm not disappointed. But you did call just like I said. No, of course I'm surprised. I just meant... Oh, no, Will's not here. He already left for the office. Oh, he's not there? I guess he'll be in real soon. He must have stopped to see a client.
This is the definition of your mom when she said you could have been drowning in a ditch somewhere and nobody knew where you were.
If I hear from him, I'll tell him that you called. And that you made up your mind. Yes. Oh, very soon, Mr. Wallace. Thank you. Goodbye.
Dude is literally drowning in a ditch. It's taking him a long ass time to do it. Just knock himself out. I'm not laughing at that. How far away is he actually? It's not even raining where she's at now. But it's still raining where he is at, so how far away did he get? It's like, oh, it's just California. He's 5 minutes away.
Mrs. Hutchinson, this is Mrs. Jansen. Yes, good morning. Has Mr. Jansen come in yet? Oh, well, let me speak to Mr. Wesley then, please.
To make your daughter cry.
George? Will and I had a terrible argument last night and he stormed out. And I haven't seen or heard from him since. Have you?
No, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Well, I don't know what to think, where he could be. It was a
Why'd they have to
stupid
name her
argument. It was
that,
all
damn
my
it?
fault. But it's more than that. George, the strangest things have been happening to me. I don't know if I'm going out of my mind or what. You know how I always felt I knew what Will was thinking? Well, I keep almost hearing things. I keep feeling that he needs me, that he's calling to me. It's not silly. I know something's wrong. Well, what if he's hurt someplace and he needs someone to help him? Yes, I'll be all right.
She hasn't
Yes.
left to go find
All right.
him.
Goodbye.
She's just kind of been there at the house.
Operator, give me the police. Just listen to me,
Mrs.
please.
Jansen, I have been listening to you, but really, I think you're getting excited over nothing.
I'm not excited. I'm just worried, that's all. He's been missing since midnight.
Well, it's just a little over 10 hours and 40 minutes. Now, that's hardly time enough for you to get so worried, is it? Hasn't this ever happened before?
No, he's never done this before.
Look, in my house, this kind of thing would... Mrs. Jansen, if we went looking for every married man, the first time he spent a night on the town, there'd be no time for anything else. Now, you can understand that, can't you? I bet he's back at his office right now, or back home, wondering where you are. Now, if you'd like, I'll call him for you.
No, he's not in the office. His partner knows I'm here. I left a note at home in case he comes back there.
All right, Mrs. Jansen. If you were me, where would you start looking? Don't you see he could be anywhere?
He had an accident in the car.
Yes, you told me. But where? How do you know?
I know. He's hurt and he's in danger. Somewhere.
After you telephoned, we checked the hospitals, we checked the morgue, we double-checked the highway patrol and all accidents after midnight. There's a description on your husband and his car. Now, if anything happens...
But it has happened. It happened last night. He's lying somewhere, hurt. I know it. I'm sure.
Mrs. Jansen, now be reasonable, will you? Excuse me. Yes. Oh, Sergeant Cooper. Lab reports on that hit and run. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Uh-huh. Did you double check? Oh, yeah, I've got it.
Mark.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Landmark?
What?
Landmark.
Landmark what?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know that's where he is. I'm sure of it.
All right, Mrs. Jansen, just be calm. Can't beat him, join him. Now, I'll look it up for you. Oh, here we are. This is Evelyn Landman, Land Maps Incorporated, Landmark Cafe, Landmark Industries.
That's it.
What's it?
Landmark Cafe.
Landmark Cafe, Route 55 and Carruthers Road. Lady, that's 10 or 12 miles out of town. Now, that's a pretty long trip to take for no... all right, Mrs. Jansen, I'll call him for you. I'll call him. Landmark Cafe.
Well, she's gonna call the cafe. That's not where he's at. He's like 5 miles away from the cafe. in a ditch.
They don't answer. I guess they don't open up this time of the morning. Where are you going?
There's no time!
Oh, brother, I throw the... I'm coming, Mrs. Jansen. Well, at least it stopped raining. Want to tell me about it now, Mrs. Jansen?
What?
Why are you so sure your husband will be at this cafe?
I don't know.
Oh, come on now. What is it really? Some waitress that works there, is that it?
What?
Okay, Mrs. Jansen.
Condescending.
Okay.
God, every man in this episode is so condescending. I mean, I guess that's how it was in the fucking 50s and 60s, but damn. Every time a woman reacts to a cop in one of these old shows, he seems annoyed with them. I think they just drove right past it.
Will!
There's no one here, Mrs. Jansen. Probably hasn't been anyone near here in weeks. Now, let's get back to the car.
No, I know.
No one
I
here,
know.
Mrs. Jansen. Really? Jansen.
Being fair, she does seem crazy.
I'll take you home now, and if by the time we get there your husband hasn't returned, I'll see that somebody stays with you. When you're on this road, those airplanes seem like they're coming right at you. Mrs. Jansen, I'll bet you anything in this world that when we get there, you'll find your husband's already there. He's probably got the rest of the police force out looking for you.
And they would have
Listen,
immediately
Jansen,
gone
don't
if a man had shown up and said, "Come look for my wife." They wouldn't have spent half the day bullshitting him.
What are you trying to do? Kill yourself?
Hey, it's the ugly hat.
Mrs. Jansen.
Will!
Now look. Look, please, will you? His legs are caught onto the car. Huh? Stay with him. I'll send for an ambulance. Don't move him.
How steep is that climb?
Now, don't worry. I'll tell him exactly where we are. You knew he was there. How? How indeed?
And then
How
she
did
was
Carol
investigated.
No. Another. An incredible other kind of human communication. If you must have a word for it, it's called telepathy.
You have a very big face, sir.
And what is telepathy? You're not going to trap me.
Okay, So it wasn't. I thought that it was more of a thing of clairvoyance. Now he's saying that it's telepathy, but she also knew the phone call was going to happen with the guy's boss, and he said that she always knows things, and so that's not telepathy. That's clairvoyance. Telepathy is where you can send your thoughts to another person. Like, friend speaks to me telepathically. This, I think they may have misread what was actually happening, because I see this more as her being a clairvoyant. But what do y'all think? Do you think it's telepathy, or do you think it's clairvoyance?